a lot of the blood that we're putting in there is CG blood. So what we need to be careful is, that the punches, or if Denzel is stabbing someone or something, like, that the movement is accurate.
9 seconds. That's what I'll give you to decide your fate.
Well, Erick, nice speaking to you today.
Hello.
Hello. You worked as a visual effects artist on The Equalizer 3. So tell me, what does the visual effects do in a movie like this, where it's mostly, there's a lot of practical fights, right? Or is it more than that? Are you on set, or is your work mostly post-production?
No. My work was primarily on set. I was coordinating everything related to the VFX world in there.
Oh, okay. So what particular things do you make sure everything is right?
So what I do, I like to use this analogy, right? So our job, if we prepare the ingredients so the chef can make the dish, right? So that's basically what we do. We go to set, we know everything we want to get there. The VFX supervisor is, telling us everything that he wants to achieve. And our job is to be able to gather all the data on set to be able to make those visual effects.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you have to think ahead, like way ahead, right? Like what you need.
Yeah. And you need to be looking at the screen as well, right? You need to be looking and, and see if there's going to be a potential problem afterwards.
So how does it work when you're talking about, I mean, that's probably more important during the fight scenes, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It is really important you need to know exactly what they want to achieve, right? Because at the end of the day, everything is a choreography between, the actors, the camera, lighting, sound, everything. So you need to be sure what they want to get, and then, just be able to take that and enhance that in post-production.
So now, do you also go and work in post-production?
On this film, I didn't work in post-production. My job was mainly focused on set and to gather everything they needed for post-production.
Oh, wow. So you're trying to do the most you can in camera, correct? Is what they call it?
Correct. That's correct. That's what Antoine and Robert, the photographer, they like to do. They want to get as much as they can in camera and make it look as real as possible.
They don't want any of this, let's fix and post kind of attitude.
Yeah. They're not so much about that. Yeah. I mean, sometimes, because we're working with very tight schedules, and at some points, yeah, you need to go to get that tool, but very, very few times. As much as we can get on camera, the better.
So you really rely on the storyboards, right? So you have to it's what they call pre-visualization. You have to get that all down correctly, and the camera has to kind of stick to those shots, right?
That's correct. That's like, it's the mapping of the shots. So it's even better for us, because then we're able to tell them, they have an idea, and then we're able to tell them, like, well, maybe, it'll be worth it if we try to cover it this way. And then it's just going to be more effective, right? And then previous is, very handy too.
So you have to work hand in hand with the stunt coordinators, right? Because you can't have them changing things at the last minute.
That's correct. Yes.
Oh, wow.
And it's beautiful how to see how they they start with this choreography, and then the camera steps in, and then everything just becomes like this ballet. So yeah, we need to work closely with them in order to make our job better.
But I'm sure it's happened where they have to change something because something's just not working, right? So
yeah. Or sometimes the location,
the sun
at the end, yeah, and then you need to go back to the location and get some other assets. So yeah, everything is a little bit complicated. But once you get into this flow, it's easy, because everyone is working towards this goal, right?
Now, so the stunt work is very mano a mano, right? So what is it that you enhance? What is it that you're looking for to enhance in post-production? What has to be perfect so that you can enhance it?
A lot of the blood that we're putting in there is CG blood, right? So it's, you know, it was not there, it was not naked, it's just it's CG. So what we need to be careful is, you know, that the punches, or if, you know, if Denzel's stabbing someone or something, like, you know, that the movement is accurate, because if it's too far off, then you're not gonna be able to, you know, arrange that punch or whatever. So that's what it needs to be, very precise. You know, where is the hand landing, where is the kick landing, in order, you know, for we can enhance that punch.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds very cool, like a very cool job. If, for people out there who want to get into it, how did you get into it, into this arena?
I got into it by recommendation, but I went to uni, and as soon as I came out of uni, I was the yes sir kind of guy, right? Like whatever job they offer me, I would do it because I was eager to learn. And then, you know, one thing led to the other, and then someone recommended me. So that's what I would say, you know, if you're stepping out of university, whatever, just keep on doing, keep on saying yes to every job, because you never know where it's gonna lead.
What kind of background do you need to have to be a visual effects artist?
Mainly, you need to have a lot of knowledge about photography. You need to understand the visual language, right?
Yeah.
What are the elements that, you know, form the image? And as long as you have that clear, you know, everything, you would understand it on the go.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. Nice to learn about these behind the scenes jobs that people don't usually get to hear from personnel who work there. So thank you so much for that insight. And that sounds like a real cool job. Maybe some people take inspiration and go that route.
I hope so. I hope so. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.